Have you ever heard someone say, they're a bad egg, and wondered, what on earth eggs have to do with people? At its core, calling someone a bad egg is a way of saying they're untrustworthy or a troublemaker. It's like spotting that one apple with a suspicious bruise in an otherwise perfect-looking bunch. The origin of bad egg can be traced back to the 19th century, specifically in Britain. Back then, the term gained traction from school slang and literature, where rotten eggs were an uncomfortable but common reality. The idea of something looking perfectly fine on the outside, but being rotten on the inside became a natural metaphor for people who might seem okay at first, but whose true nature eventually emerges, and not in a pleasant way. One early example of the phrase appears in the 1855 book Verdant Green, a comic novel by Cuthbert Bede about an awkward university student. In it, there's a line stating, "He's a bad egg, a thoroughly bad egg," describing a disreputable character. From there, the saying scrambled its way into broader usage. But here's where things get fun. Nowadays, bad egg doesn't always carry the literal tones of villainy. Sure, it can describe shady individuals or poor influences, but it's often used more casually to tease someone who's mischievous. For example, maybe there's that one friend who always convinces the group to stay out way past midnight, knowing everyone has work the next morning. You might point at them and jokingly say, "Well, there's the bad egg of the group!" It's playful, yet still drives home the point. And that's how the phrase, bad egg, has become a timeless idiom, as colorful and slightly smelly as the metaphor itself. It's also worth noting that in modern times we hear the flip side of the phrase less often, a good egg. While not as common, it remains a term of endearment for someone dependable and kind. After all, not every egg has to be bad, right? So the next time you hear someone described as a bad egg, remember, it's a timeless idiom with an origin as colorful and slightly smelly as the metaphor itself. Whether you're using it to describe a fictional villain or your prankster best friend, this little phrase certainly has a way of cracking us up.